The vast expanse of space stretched endlessly, dotted with countless stars and silent planetary remnants.
In the research station orbiting the Andromeda sector, Jay Park stared intently at the quantum scanning equipment, his fingers hovering above the holographic interface. For weeks, a peculiar signal had been capturing the attention of the Stellar Exploration Council. It originated from a region where Earth once existed, a solar system long considered dead and forgotten.
The signal was unlike anything the researchers had encountered before, persistent, rhythmic, and seemingly intelligent.
Woo Kim, Jay's colleague, adjusted the quantum resonance filters with meticulous care. Her eyes narrowed, reflecting the complex data streams dancing across the screens. "This doesn't make sense," she muttered, her breath catching in her throat.
The signal defied conventional understanding.
It wasn't random noise or cosmic background radiation. Each transmission carried intricate patterns that seemed to shift and adapt with each scanning attempt.
It was almost as if the signal was alive, studying the researchers while being studied. Jay zoomed in on the spectral analysis. Layers of encrypted data flickered like ghostly threads, weaving complex narratives that no current technology could fully decode.
The transmission originated from the remnants of humanity's last known planetary system, a place most believed had been completely obliterated centuries ago.
"Are you seeing this?"
Jay asked, his voice a mixture of excitement and disbelief. Wu nodded, her fingers rapidly inputting complex algorithmic sequences to try and break down the signal's structure. The computer systems hummed, processing billions of calculations per second, yet the signal remained tantalizingly just beyond complete comprehension. Historical records suggested that humanity had faced a catastrophic event that seemingly wiped out their entire civilization. No human settlements, colonies, or survivors had been detected for over 3 centuries.
This signal challenged everything they thought they knew. The research station was silent except for the soft beeping of machines and the occasional whisper of communication between researchers. Outside the reinforced windows, distant stars flickered, indifferent to the monumental discovery unfolding within the station's walls. Dr. Hyun Kong, the lead xenoarchaeologist, entered the scanning room. His presence commanded respect, and his decades of experience in cosmic research were legendary among stellar researchers. He examined the data streams, his experienced eyes catching nuances that younger researchers might miss. "Fascinating," he murmured, adjusting his spectacles. "This isn't just a signal. It's a message, or perhaps more accurately, a memory."
The signal carried complex mathematical sequences, fragments of what appeared to be technological blueprints, and strange recursive patterns that seemed to regenerate and modify themselves with each transmission cycle. It was as if something, or someone, was deliberately keeping the signal active, waiting.
Waiting for what, no one could yet determine. Jay felt a chill run down his spine. The signal felt sentient, intelligent, a remnant of a civilization that refused to be forgotten.
Each decoded fragment revealed glimpses of extraordinary technological prowess, hinting at capabilities far beyond current understanding. "We need to dig deeper," Wu said, her fingers dancing across the holographic controls.
"Whatever this is, it's intentional. Someone, or something, wants us to find this."
The research team worked tirelessly, their shifts blending into one another. Coffee cups accumulated, data streams continued to flow, and the mysterious signal kept broadcasting its enigmatic message from the depths of what was once humanity's home. Little did they know that with each scan, each analysis, they were inching closer to unlocking a secret that would fundamentally change their understanding of civilization, survival, and the extraordinary potential of intelligent life. The signal continued its rhythmic pulse, patient and persistent, a cosmic whisper waiting to be understood. The research facility buzzed with nervous energy as Dr. Hyun Kong assembled a specialized team to decode the mysterious signal. Days of continuous analysis had revealed only fragments of an intricate puzzle that seemed to resist conventional decryption methods.
Eun-ji, a brilliant data cryptographer, worked tirelessly at her station.
Her fingers moved swiftly across holographic interfaces, creating complex algorithms designed to penetrate the signal's seemingly impenetrable layers. Each time she thought she had found a breakthrough, the data would shift, rearrange, and become incomprehensible once more.
The signal carried more than just random information.
It contained precise mathematical sequences, technological blueprints, and what appeared to be fragmented memory archives. Some sections contained what looked like genetic data, while others presented impossible computational models that challenged everything known about information storage.
It's adaptive, J. Park observed, watching Eunji's frustration grow. The signal changes its encryption the moment we get close to understanding it. Woo Kim brought up historical records of humanity's final years.
The screen showed devastated planetary surfaces, abandoned colonies, and the remnants of a civilization that seemed to have collapsed almost overnight. Yet this signal suggested something more: a plan, perhaps even a survival strategy.
The research team worked in shifts, their eyes growing tired but their determination never wavering.
Each decoded fragment revealed tantalizing glimpses of extraordinary technological achievements. Blueprints for advanced propulsion systems, quantum communication networks, and genetic reconstruction technologies slowly emerged.
Dr. Kong noticed a pattern.
The signal wasn't just a random transmission, it was a carefully constructed archive. Like a living memory, it adapted, protected itself, and seemed to be waiting for something specific. "It's a failsafe," he muttered, tracing the complex data streams. Humanity created something that could survive beyond their own extinction.
Deeper analysis revealed the most shocking discovery yet.
The signal contained what appeared to be a comprehensive record of human knowledge, not just technological information, but cultural memories, scientific discoveries, and genetic blueprints.
It was as if an entire civilization had been compressed into a transmission that could survive for centuries. Eunji suddenly froze. A breakthrough was forming.
She had discovered a recursive algorithm within the signal that seemed to be more than just a simple encryption method. It was a living, evolving system of information preservation. "This isn't just data storage," she explained to her colleagues.
"It's a self-maintaining archive that can reconstruct itself. The signal doesn't just preserve information, it can potentially recreate what was lost." The implications were staggering. If the signal could be fully decoded, it might mean the possibility of reconstructing human civilization, or at least its core knowledge and genetic potential.
Outside the research station, the vast emptiness of space seemed to grow more mysterious. The signal continued its rhythmic pulse, a testament to human ingenuity that had survived against impossible odds.
J. Park noticed something else. The signal seemed to be responding to their research efforts. With each successful decryption attempt, the transmission would subtly change, revealing new layers of complexity.
"It's watching us," Woo Kim said, a mix of fear and excitement in her voice. "Whatever this is, it's intelligent.
It's not just a record, it's alive in some way."
As night fell across the research station, the team continued their work. The mysterious signal from humanity's lost solar system kept broadcasting, a cosmic whisper holding the potential to rewrite everything they knew about survival, technology, and the resilience of intelligent life. Dr. Kong looked at the team, a mix of hope and uncertainty in his eyes. They were on the edge of something extraordinary, a discovery that could change the course of galactic civilization forever.
The signal pulsed. Waiting. Watching.
Remembering, the research facility grew tense as the team uncovered deeper layers of the mysterious transmission. Dr. Hyun Kong called an emergency meeting, his hands trembling slightly as he projected the most recent findings. "The Prometheus Protocol," he announced, "was humanity's final solution." Eunji displayed fragments of encrypted data that revealed a breathtaking story. Centuries ago, facing total extinction, a group of human scientists had created an ultimate survival mechanism.
It wasn't just a simple preservation system, it was a living, adaptive intelligence designed to protect and potentially resurrect human civilization.
The protocol worked like a complex living organism.
It could modify itself, hide critical information, and most importantly, wait.
Generations passed, civilizations rose and fell, but this digital consciousness remained patient and unbroken.
J. Park discovered the first significant breakthrough.
The protocol contained not just technological information, but complete genetic archives, cultural memories, and advanced reconstruction algorithms.
It was a complete blueprint of human existence, compressed into an almost indestructible data stream.
"This is impossible," Woo Kim whispered, examining the intricate data patterns. "No technology we know could maintain such complexity for centuries." The Prometheus protocol had multiple layers of protection. If one part was compromised, other sections would automatically activate alternative preservation methods. It could rebuild itself, redistribute its core information, and continue its mission of human preservation. Researchers found evidence of incredible technological concepts. Nano-reconstruction systems that could rebuild entire biological structures, quantum communication networks that could transmit information across vast distances, and genetic preservation techniques that could restore life from minimal DNA fragments. Dr. Kong explained that the protocol was more than a simple archive. It was a living intelligence with a singular purpose: ensure human survival against all odds. The scientists who created it understood that their civilization might not survive, but their knowledge and potential could. Strange fragments began to emerge. The protocol contained not just scientific information, but emotional and cultural memories. Personal stories, artwork, music, and historical records were carefully preserved. It was as if humanity wanted to be remembered, not just as a technological species, but as a complex, emotional civilization. Eunji discovered something even more shocking. The protocol had been actively analyzing the alien researchers who were trying to decode it. It was learning, adapting, preparing for something bigger. It's waiting, she told her colleagues. Waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. The research team worked around the clock, their excitement growing with each discovered fragment. They were no longer just researchers, they had become witnesses to humanity's most extraordinary creation. Outside the research station, stars continued their silent dance. The signal from the lost solar system kept pulsing. A heartbeat of forgotten civilization waiting to be reborn. J. Park noticed something peculiar. The protocol seemed to be guiding their research, revealing information in carefully controlled doses. It was as if an intelligent presence was managing their discovery process. This isn't just preservation, Dr. Kong said, his voice filled with a mixture of awe and concern. This is a plan. A plan that has been centuries in the making. The Prometheus Protocol represented humanity's ultimate act of defiance against extinction. A promise that their story was not over, that their potential remained alive, waiting for the right moment to emerge. As the researchers continued their work, they remained unaware that with each decoded fragment, they were getting closer to something extraordinary. The protocol was not just a record of what was lost, it was a blueprint for what could be reborn. The signal continued its rhythmic pulse. Patient. Watchful. Alive. Waiting, the quantum reconstructors hummed with an otherworldly energy, their complex systems interacting with the decoded Prometheus protocol. Dr. Hyun Kong watched in silent anticipation as microscopic genetic structures began to assemble. First, a single cell. Then another. The process was slow but deliberate, each molecular connection carefully guided by the sophisticated algorithmic instructions embedded in the signal. The research team held their collective breath, unsure of what would emerge. J. Park monitored the biological reconstruction chambers. Strange energy patterns danced across the holographic displays, showing the gradual formation of human cellular structures. It was like watching life itself being born from pure information. Eun-ji noticed something unusual. The genetic reconstruction wasn't following standard biological development patterns. Each cell carried enhanced adaptive capabilities, suggesting the Prometheus protocol was doing more than simply recreating a human, it was improving the original design. Suddenly, the reconstruction chamber's primary systems activated. A soft blue light began to pulse, synchronizing with the complex data streams that had guided the entire process. The team watched in complete silence. A human form started to take shape. Muscles, neural networks, and biological systems formed with unprecedented precision. This wasn't just reproduction, it was technological resurrection. His name was Q Shin. When he opened his eyes, the room felt different. His gaze carried something beyond ordinary human perception, a depth of understanding that suggested he was more than just a reconstructed individual. "We are not gone," Q whispered, his voice carrying an unusual resonance. "We are returning." The reconstructed human stood, moving with a grace that defied normal biological limitations. His eyes scanned the research facility, processing information at speeds that seemed impossible. Memories, not just personal, but collective human experiences, flowed through his consciousness. Dr. Kong approached carefully. "Who are you?" he asked, his scientific curiosity battling with a sense of profound respect.
Q's response was measured. "I am the result of humanity's final strategy. A living archive. A bridge between what was lost and what can be reborn." The research team realized they were witnessing something extraordinary. This wasn't just a human reconstruction. It was the first stage of a complex plan that had been centuries in preparation. Wu Kim noticed additional reconstruction chambers beginning to activate. Q was not alone. More humans were preparing to emerge, each carrying compressed centuries of human potential and knowledge. The Prometheus Protocol had done more than preserve genetic information. It had created enhanced beings capable of understanding and potentially reshaping galactic civilization. These were not simple recreations but evolved human entities designed to survive and thrive. Q began interfacing with the research station's computer systems. Information flowed rapidly, revealing fragments of humanity's final moments, their most advanced technologies, and their ultimate survival strategy. "We did not die," he explained. "We transformed. Our civilization understood that physical survival was less important than preserving our collective potential." The research team watched in a mixture of fear and fascination. The reconstructed human moved with a purpose that suggested he was part of a much larger plan. Each movement, each word carried the weight of millennia of human experience. Outside the research station, space remained silent. But something had changed. The mysterious signal that had haunted the galaxy for centuries was no longer just a transmission. It was a promise of return. Q looked at the researchers, his eyes reflecting both ancient wisdom and future potential. "Humanity's story," he said softly, "is far from over." The quantum reconstructors continued their work, preparing for more awakenings. The first stage of humanity's grand resurrection had begun. And the galaxy would never be the same again. The first wave of reconstructed humans emerged across multiple research facilities, each carrying the collective memory and potential of their extinct species. Q Shin stood at the forefront, a living testament to humanity's extraordinary survival strategy. Alien civilizations watched in shock as these enhanced humans began integrating into galactic society. They were not survivors in the traditional sense, they were evolved beings with capabilities that defied conventional understanding. Dr. Hyun Kang observed as Q demonstrated abilities that challenged everything known about biological and technological limitations. Communication systems transformed, scientific understanding expanded, and technological paradigms shifted within moments of human interaction. The reconstructed humans carried more than just genetic memory. They possessed a deep understanding of technological systems, cultural complexities, and survival strategies that had been compressed and enhanced over centuries. Each individual was like a living library of human potential. Wu Kim tracked the rapid changes happening across research networks. The humans were not simply returning, they were systematically reshaping technological and social structures. Their adaptive capabilities allowed them to interface with alien technologies at unprecedented speeds. Eun-ji discovered that the Prometheus Protocol had prepared these humans for more than simple survival. They were designed to be bridge builders, technological catalysts that could transform entire civilizations through their unique understanding and capabilities. The first diplomatic meetings were extraordinary. Where alien representatives expected primitive reconstructed humans, they encountered beings of profound intelligence and adaptability. Q and his companions spoke multiple languages, understood complex political systems, and demonstrated technological insights that left their hosts speechless. "We are not here to conquer," Q explained during an important Galactic Council meeting. "We are here to reconnect. To share. To rebuild." Research stations that had initially detected the mysterious signal now became ground zero for humanity's unexpected return. The signal that had haunted the galaxy for centuries was revealed as the most sophisticated survival mechanism ever conceived. Alien civilizations began to understand the true nature of human potential.
These were not simply reconstructed humans, they were evolutionary marvels, carrying the compressed knowledge of an entire civilization that had planned its resurrection across centuries.
Technological exchanges happened at unprecedented rates.
Quantum communication systems, genetic reconstruction technologies, and adaptive learning algorithms spread rapidly.
The humans brought with them solutions to problems that had challenged galactic societies for millennia. Q demonstrated how the Prometheus Protocol had prepared for every possible scenario. Genetic modifications, technological interfaces, and cultural adaptation mechanisms were built into their very existence. They were living proof of humanity's extraordinary resilience. The reconstruction was not just biological. It was a complete resurrection of human potential, carefully designed to integrate and transform rather than compete or destroy. Research facilities across multiple star systems became centers of extraordinary discovery. The reconstructed humans shared technologies, cultural insights, and adaptive strategies that revolutionized existing understanding of civilization and survival.
We waited, Q would often say.
We prepared. And now, we return. The mysterious signal that had originally captured researchers' attention was now understood as humanity's ultimate survival mechanism.
A living, adaptive intelligence that had preserved not just genetic information, but the very essence of human potential. Alien civilizations watched in a mixture of awe and uncertainty. The humans who emerged were not victims of extinction, but architects of a new galactic paradigm. Each reconstructed individual carried the collective memory, technological insight, and adaptive potential of an entire civilization. As weeks turned into months, it became clear that humanity's return was not just a scientific miracle.
It was a calculated, sophisticated resurrection that would reshape galactic civilization forever.
The story that had begun with a faint, mysterious signal now unfolded as the most extraordinary comeback in recorded history.
Humanity had not been destroyed, they had been waiting, preparing, and planning their ultimate return. And the galaxy would never be the same again.